With Avengers Doomsday fast approaching, I thought it was about time I showed you how to make your very own 3D printed, infamous Iron Man mask. In this video, I'm going to show you what file I used, what paint I used to finish this, how it all came together, and even how I made the eyes glow. So, grab your Infinity Gauntlet and let's get on with the video. Quit lacking and let's get cracking. Well, this is embarrassing. Hey everyone, I'm Sam from Tentacle Prints, and as Marvel continues to grow their plethora of movies, because I'm really not sure what one they're up to right about now, there is a new one on the way. And the names just keep getting more and more dramatic. That's right, all of us Marvel nerds are hanging out for Avengers Doomsday. And with the shock return of one of our favourite characters, well, he's not my favourite Avenger, but I'll agree to disagree. Robert Downey Jr. will be coming back, but not in the way that we know him as. Scenes is coming back as an alternate version, mixing with Doctor Doom. I'm going to just keep the nerd talk real quick, real brief. You can look this up in your own time. Doctor Doom, villain from the Fantastic Four movies, Iron Man, hero from the Avengers movies. They've crossed paths, and here we are in some kind of alternate reality. But funnily enough, the comic books actually had a different version of this story. And that is where this mask comes in. Now, this is the infamous Iron Man mask. I'm going to hover what the infamous Iron Man looks like. It's pretty cool, and I don't know if any of you have seen it or not, but it's pretty much if Iron Man and Doctor Doom met, fused together, this is what came out. And when I saw this file, I just knew I had to make one.
Yeah, everybody makes Iron Man masks. Not everyone makes mine.
See? He said it, not me. Anyway, enough being weird. Let's get to the computer. So I actually found this file on MakerWorld. I'll put a link in the description below showing where it came from, but it was just really, really cool. The thumbnail of it really caught my eye, and it actually started my journey in looking into what the infamous Iron Man is and how it came about. Once it loaded into Bamboo Slicer, it loaded on I think about 3 or 4 different plates. One was the front face plate of the mask itself, the other was the shell that sits around your head, there's a back piece, and there's also this teeny tiny little lip piece that I didn't really know what it was at the time. Now this was one of the first projects I decided to paint, so my painting skills are not great. My sanding skills are 0 because I didn't sand it, but it came out okay. I printed out each piece on an individual build plate, keeping it nice and simple. I suggest you should do this and look at scaling it to the size of your head. Now, I did scale this kind of. It was able to fit my head, but getting it on and off was not easy. It was really pinching my ears, so I just decided to can the idea of wearing it and just kind of seal it up. It's all glued together now, and it sits really cool on the stand. I just didn't want to bother having to rip my ears off every time, and beards are not forgiving in masks like this. As these were all printing out, disaster struck. For whatever reason, while this was printing out, there's a piece across here. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's a piece across here that was actually meant to be held together into like a triangle shape, where there's a tiny little arc kind of reactor that sits and fits into there. For whatever reason, my supports failed. In an earlier video, I learned that the temperature of my base plate was out, not allowing the supports to hold. Kind of my fault. But anyway, I was determined to make it work. I didn't want to just reprint purely for the sake of it, when this channel is all about trying to overcome mistakes you make and not just burning through filament. So I got my trusty scissors. I was able to cut in and neaten up as best as I can. But I still had a gap that I knew I was going to have to deal with once this mask was finished. I'll tell you how I did that in a second. I printed all 4 of these components in PLA filament. As you guys know, that's my favorite to use. It's simple, it's easy, it works, and it's come out hilarious because it's in so many different colors. I was having pinks, I had grays, I had oranges, I had all sorts going on, but it all kind of built to a little of the excitement of what was going to happen after I got my hands on this finished product. Then what I did was took each piece of the infamous Iron Man mask and spray painted it black. Did I use fancy spray paint? No. No, I did not. This brand is called Squirts. And it is a paint and prime all in one, dries in 10 minutes, good for woods, plastic, metals, and more. Local hardware stores, go check it out. After painting the pieces, I actually chose not to paint this tiny little lip piece that sits just in the open gap of the mask. I thought it gave it a bit more depth if everything's going to be quite dark and then having this line showing on where the mouth is meant to be. And once everything but that little small piece was painted black, it was time to work on this dark, kind of camo-y green colour. So I got the same brand of spray paint as I used for the black, and now started spray painting green. This was the closest green I could find to match the colour of the infamous Iron Man. There's a few variations. There's some that are kind of a dark grey, there's some that are all black, there's some that are this green with kind of a big green hood so you can't really see the back of it. I just kind of got creative and went with what I would like on my mantle. And let's be real, the chances of Marvel ever actually using the infamous Iron Man is little. But, I mean, it could happen. This movie kind of alludes to it maybe happening. I'm all for it. Then once everything was painted, it was time to piece it together. Now I gotta be honest, this guy did go together pretty easily. The face did fit perfectly into the faceplate shape, it just presses in, and then on the inside, I'm not sure if you can see, it's a bit messy in there. The actual lip portion here holds that all in place, and then this little back piece here you can normally attach with magnets if you do want to take the mask on and off. I just sealed it over with glue, and it just looks perfect once it's clipped together. As I was scrolling through YouTube to see if anyone had made the infamous Iron Man mask and made a video of it, which I couldn't find anyone did, so woohoo! I stumbled across a video by a guy named Frank. Now I'll tag him in the description below. Frank's builds, Frank's gear, Frank's everything is amazing, and it blows this well out of the water, and it blows anything that I think I will ever make. Like, I'm not even in the same pond because his stuff looks so good. He made an Iron Man mask. No. Sorry. He made an Iron Man suit. No, wait. He made two. He made two Iron Man suits that look good enough to be in the next Avengers movie. And they're 3D printed. The guy's a freak in the best way. They rock. Frank, if you ever come across this, you rock, man, and you're brilliant. Everyone go to his channel. But he did a video showing how he made the eyes on his Iron Man mask glow. What he ended up using was these tiny little bendable LED strips. They've kind of got like a bit of perspex that can bend with an LED that shoots a light across the front, which is exactly what I did for this. Cool, right? If you do end up making a helmet that actually fits your head, you can see out of these when the lights are turned off. When they're on, it's a little tricky to see, but look, if you're walking around a convention or something, you're not having direct lights blasting in your face, or it's pitch black and you have the lights on, you'd probably be able to see out of them. But yeah, absolutely brilliant, and I wouldn't have thought to do this without seeing Frank's video. Now this just uses a simple battery pack on the inside that, as you can see with my great sticky tape work. Actually, I've done double-sided Velcro to hold the battery pack and tape just to hold the wires in, so it wasn't going to stick on the stand that I placed it on. But it looks perfect, and this just takes the mask to a whole new level. But wait, there's more! You thought I forgot to tell you about this little gap here. Believe it or not, all I did was get some graphite-y coloured paper and stick it to the inside of the mask. If this doesn't work, I'm going to get some B-roll for it. But you can see in there's literally just a piece of paper that has been super glued into that little socket hole to cover the front, because this thing is only going to be on display. There's no reason that it has to be a full 3D printed piece. Also forgot to mention, I went over the faceplate with a clear coat that just gives it this extra kind of metallic shine, and man, I just think this thing looks wicked. So that's it. That's the video. That is how you can make, at home with your 3D printer, your very own infamous Iron Man mask. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Like the video, comment below, hit the notification bell. What other cool Marvel things do you want me to make? Is there any other fusions? I know that there's a Captain America that's British, and there's a few things like that. If there's some fusion character stuff that you don't normally see get built, let me know. I'd love to be the man that 3D prints things that don't always get printed. Y'all know what time it is. Is it weird? I just tried to say y'all? 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 No, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop that there. See ya! Actually, I don't have a glove, but we'll try and edit something. See ya!